Well, hello, my name is Annalisa, welcome to my channel. I have a little bit of a casual video here today. I haven't really done a video like this before, but honestly, I just came back from the library and I feel very inspired. Also, I've been wanting to talk about books on this channel, but I haven't really been sure how, and I thought this seems like a good place to start. So today I'm going to give you my library haul and go over the books I want to read and why, and I hope you find this interesting. What books are you going to read this month? Please let me know in the comments. So the first category is art books, which was kind of the main reason I went to the library, because I remember when I was younger and I was first trying to learn drawing, although I wasn't taking it very seriously, obviously. Anyway, when I was first trying to learn drawing when I was younger, I had a lot of awesome tutorial art books, like drawing books. I had a lot of like manga books too, like how to draw manga. But anyway, I realize now that I have a little bit more of a developed brain, they actually may be more useful to me now, and I think I could get more out of them if I went back to that sort of strategy. And so I went looking for art books, and so the first one I found actually is this one by Christopher Hart, who I think is most known for his like manga, how to draw manga books. That's certainly what I know him from. I had a lot of his how to draw manga books when I was like 9 years old. But this says Human Anatomy Made Amazingly Easy. And I thought, hey, I know this author, like he's pretty good at drawing, and it says amazingly easy, so it seems like a good place to start. You know, got lots of examples, breakdowns. Christopher Hart is a pretty good resource in my experience. I'm not sure about him as a person. I feel like I've heard some things about him being like a bad person, but I do know that he's a pretty good drawing tutorial resource. The next books I checked out in the category of art books and drawing books are these, which I think are also pretty classic. Morpho series, I think that's like a pretty well-known drawing book series, but the two I picked up are Skeleton and Bone Reference Points and Fat and Skin Folds, because I thought, boom boom, those two together, if I read these both front to back, oops, and maybe I will know everything there is to know about how to draw bodies. These just seem like two really good approaches that combined could be really beneficial, especially since studying anatomy and studying the human form is something I'm really interested in, but as anyone who has ever tried to do that independently knows, it is very overwhelming when you just try and jump in without any resources. And then the last art book I got, kind of in the drawing category, art category, whatever, it's not actually exactly a drawing book. It's called Illustrating Children's Books, which I'm not exactly interested in. Like, I wouldn't say I'm not interested in illustrating children's books, because if someone was like, hey, I'll pay you to illustrate this children's book, I'd be like, I'd love to, but it's not exactly like my passion or like my life's interest or in any way. But I do love children's books illustrations, and I have a lot of respect for the art styles and the techniques that are often used and the sense of whimsy that the artists are able to convey. And this book has a lot about that. It looks like a really good informational source, professional approaches, design, like covers, setting, characters, and then there's all this stuff about the different media, tools, digital, drawing children, drawing animals, things like that. It's obviously centered around children's illustrations, but it does say creating pictures for publication. Like, it seems like a really good resource in general for professional illustration, I guess, and I'm interested in that style overall. And this is by Martin Salisbury. Okay, moving on from the art books, I have one more non-fiction book I would like to share. And this seems seasonally appropriate. Today is October 2nd, so we're gearing in for spooky season. And I picked up Halloween How To by Leslie Pratt Benetton. I think that's how you say her last name. Anyway, this book was published in 2001, so kind of vintage at this point, but it seems like a lot of fun. Not only is there, you know, like a brief history and like kind of introduction around the origins of Halloween and like Halloween from various cultures, and the transformation that took place. I already read a little bit of it. But it's literally just an awesome guide on everything Halloween, like decorating your house, throwing parties, decorating pumpkins, candy bags, last minute costumes, Halloween foods, music and movies. Like there's just invitations. So this inspires me. I obviously love Halloween, as do many, and this seems like a good book to enjoy in general for the season, but it even inspired me to maybe try and throw my own party or something like that. But anyway, that one was just looked like fun. I wasn't looking for a book like this at all. I just wandered upon it in the library and I thought that seems like loads of fun. I actually was in like the metaphysical section and stuff, like looking for witchcraft books and magic books. I was looking specifically for Mexican Sorcery by Laura Davila, but they definitely didn't have that book. Anyway, I was looking to see if they had anything in that section. They had very slim pickings in like the metaphysical spirituality section. That, I mean, they have literally like 300 books about Christianity, God, and Jesus Christ, but very, very slim pickings for anything else. So disappointed on that front. But I did get this fun little vintage Halloween gem out of it. So that was all of the nonfiction I got. And that was mainly what I went for. I wasn't really looking for anything else when I went to the library. I was looking for a couple of other things that I didn't find, but I didn't really find anything else I was originally looking for. But before I finish up the haul, there's 2 more books that I'm really excited about that are fiction, that I wasn't looking for at all, but I really want to share with you guys and let you know about them because they sound really good and I'm really excited. So the first one I picked up is called The Immeasurable Depth of You, which, to be honest, sounds a little cheesy from the title. Like, I'm not a big fan of, like, I don't know how to describe that. It just sounds a little bit over dramatic, like maybe it takes itself too seriously from the title. But I really liked the art on the cover, like that appealed to me. I thought that's some really cool art. And then I read the very first sentence on the back of the book and I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to check out this book. Because the very first sentence on the back is, in the devastating but uplifting tradition of Adam Silvera and Nova Ransuma comes a queer, supernatural, coming-of-age story from acclaimed author Maria Ingrande Mora. And it's about 15-year-old Bryn, who can't stop thinking about death with intrusive thoughts and anxiety, who gets banished to her dad's house in rural Florida without internet access and her online friends, and gets a crush on this cute girl from the Florida Bayou, or whatever the heck, and discovers that she basically has like some supernatural dark secret. I haven't read it yet, but that's kind of the premise I'm getting. So it's spooky / supernatural, it's gay, it's coming of age, it's rural America, lots of things I love combined into one. So it really sounds right up my alley. And finally, the very last book I picked up, which I'm really hoping is really good. I have high hopes for it. If you've read this one, let me know if it's good, but don't spoil it. It's called A Line Made by Walking by Sarah Baum. This is the cover. It doesn't really tell you much by the cover, but I'm really glad I picked it up to read the inside sleeve because that is what sold me. It sounded like a really good piece of fiction. It says, struggling to cope with urban life and with life in general, Frankie, a 20-something artist, retreats to her family's rural house, vacant since her grandmother's death 3 years earlier. It is in this space surrounded by countryside and wild creatures that she can finally grapple with the chain of events that led her here. Her shaky mental health, her difficult time in art school, and maybe, just maybe, regaining her footing in art and life. As Frankie picks up photography once more, closely examining the natural world around her, she reconsiders seminal works of art and their relevance. With prose that makes sure we look and listen, Sarah Baum has written an elegant novel that is much an exploration of wildness, the art world, mental illness, and community, as it is a profoundly beautiful and powerful meditation on life. So, to me, that sounds like amazing from the inside cover. And I will just say, personally, in case you don't know anything about me, like, not to get too personal, but if you don't know anything about me, why this might appeal to me so much is I personally, myself, am a 20-something artist who is retreated to my family's rural house, although it's not vacant. I live with my parents. And I am trying to grapple with a chain of events that led me here, including shaky mental health and a difficult time pursuing art in school. And so I'm like, you know what, Frankie, tell me how you figure it out, because I'm in the same boat, kind of. Anyway, it just sounds really, really, really promising. It sounds like it could kind of touch on some subjects that are really close to me in my life right now, and I love a really good, pensive piece of modern literature. So, that is the final fiction title I picked up. And that is all I have for you today. That is my entire library haul. Like I said, just a quick little video for you this week. I will be back very soon with more of the subjects I typically make content around. I have just been getting back into the flow of things, and I was really inspired to make this video and share with someone these exciting finds, and I thought, what better place than this YouTube channel? So if you have watched this far, thank you so much for watching. I will be back next week. I hope to see you there. Let me know if you're curious to read any of these books I picked up yourself, and have a good day. Thank you.